Okay, see this question. Consider the potentiometer circuit arranged as in figure. The potentiometer wire is 600 centimeter long. Okay, so here's a potentiometer wire 600 centimeter long. Let's write it over here. This is 600 centimeter long. Okay, so at what distance from the point A should the jockey touch the wire to get zero deflection in the galvanometer? Okay, so let's first find the circuit, solve the circuit, simplify the circuit. So we have a current flowing over here I. The same current will flow over here I. Okay, because the jockey is not connected anyways. So what is the current in the circuit I equal to? So that is simple. Total EMF in this circuit divided by total resistance. So 15 R resistance for this one plus R resistance for this. So I will be E by R plus R, that is E by 16 R. Now EMF is given how much? EMF is given to be, okay, not given. Okay, so that's it. Now let's say this is your point B, okay, and this is the point A anyways given. So potential difference VAB will be what? I times capital R. So that is 15 E by 16. This is the potential difference. So now I can write down potential gradient. Potential gradient delta V by delta L. Okay, that will be equal to VAB divided by length AB. Correct? So length is given to be how much? 600 centimeter or 6 meter. I'll write in 6 meter terms. Okay, so this will be 15 E by 16 into 6 meter. So what do we get? 5 E by 32 volt per meter. This is the potential gradient. We found the potential gradient. Now they are asking in the question, at what distance from the point A should the jockey touch the wire to get zero deflection in galvanometer? So here we have this circuit, this is another branch, and we want this jockey to touch somewhere so that the current over here is zero. Okay, current over here is zero. Now let's say this is point C, this is point D. Okay, so what is VCD equal to? Potential difference over here will be how much? VCD is equal to E by 2. Okay, because there is no current flowing in the circuit. VCD is E by 2. So we want a point on the wire such that if you connect the galvanometer over here, let's connect them together like this. Okay, so there should no current flow through this, and that will happen when the potential difference between these 2 points equal to VCD. Okay, so I want this potential difference to be equal to E by 2. I want the potential difference to be equal to E by 2. So let's say that this point is ABCD. Let's say, okay, we are out of, so let's call this point M. So this distance is X. Okay, then VAM is equal to VCD is equal to E by 2. And if the length of AM is X, then we could say that delta V by delta L will be equal to E by 2x, and delta V by delta L we already know is 5 E by 32. 5 E by 32. So we get X will be equal to 32 divided by 2 times 5. So that will be 3.2 meter or 320 centimeter. Okay, so the galvanometer should be connected at 3.2 meter away from point A. Now let's look at the part B. If the jockey touches the wire at a distance of 560 centimeter from A, what will be the current in the galvanometer? Okay, now this is a good question. So 560 centimeter. Okay, we are getting 3.2 meter. Instead of that, we are connecting at 560 centimeter somewhere over here. So for that, let's just redraw the circuit. So this is my circuit drawn again. This is your EMF E, this is resistance R, this is E by 2, and the resistance over here is how much? Again R. This is R. And this length is 560 centimeter. So what is the resistance of this length? Let's see. So for 600 centimeter, see, for 600 centimeter, resistance is 15 R for the entire wire. So for 560 centimeter, what is the resistance equal to? So for 560 centimeter, the resistance will be 15 by 600 R into 560. So that is equal to 14 R. So I can write down that here my resistance will be 14R. So this resistance will be only equal to R. So I have to find the current through the galvanometer. Okay. Now how do we do that? So we just need to apply Kirchhoff's laws. Okay. Assume some current in these three branches, then apply Kirchhoff law and solve them. Okay. So that is one way of solving it, but I don't prefer that method because I find it lengthy and tedious. So what I do, I take this branch and I take this branch. They are both in parallel. Okay. This branch and this branch, they are both in parallel. Correct. So I combine them together to form a single battery. How I will do that? See. So I am not changing this circuit. I am not changing this part of the circuit. I am just combining these two branches. Okay. To form a single battery of potential V and EMF resistance R1. Okay. EMF V and resistance R1. How do I now find R1? So R1 is simple. Here I have resistance 2R. R and R in series, so I get here resistance 2R. And this is 14R. They are in parallel. So R1 will be 14R into 2R divided by 14R plus 2R. So we get this to be equal to 7R by 4. That is R1. And how to find V now? So V will be equal to EMF by 2R. Okay. E by 2R plus 0. There's no EMF in this branch, so 0 divided by 14R into R1. So this is equal to E by 2R into 7R by 4. So we get this to be equal to 7E by 8. That is your V. Okay. V is 7E by 8. So now along this branch, if we know the current, okay, if we know the current in this branch, then we know the current through the galvanometer. Simple. Current flowing through galvanometer will be current through this whole circuit. So I will be net EMF. Net EMF will be how much? V minus E by 2 divided by R plus R1. Net current in this, net EMF in this branch is V minus E by 2, and R1 are in series, so we just add them. So what do we get? This is equal to 7E by 8 minus E by 2 divided by R plus R1. R1 is how much? 7R by 4. R plus 7R by 4. So this will be equal to 3E by 8R plus 14. 14 plus 8, 22R. This is the net current through the galvanometer.